Hello, ECISD seniors. I have some information on behalf of your financial aid officers. Pretty much what we want to focus on is making sure that students understand what they need to submit for the admissions process. So it's not just about the application. They do need to submit the application as soon as possible because deadlines are coming up, but it's also the extra documentation that they have to submit. So students need to be prepared with their resumes. They need to be prepared with any essays they may need to submit. And all of that information is available to them, whether it be on Apply Texas, the My Coalition app, or the Common application. So all of those applications are really important, but it's also the documentation, the follow-up documentation. One of the most important documents that students do need to submit to their institutions is their transcript. In order to submit their transcript, there are different methods at each high school. So at Edinburg High, for example, the students can actually submit their request on the financial aid office website. At the other high schools, they would need to call their registrar's office directly. But that is one of the most important documents that students do need to submit. Another thing is for students to know that a lot of the institutions are actually waiving the need for an ACT or SAT exam. Can the students still test? Absolutely, but it's not mandatory. So they do need to be prepared. If they are not submitting these tests, they may need to submit other documentation like essays or letters of recommendation. For seniors, if you do have any other questions, if you want more information, please contact your financial aid office. So that way we can go ahead and provide you with any information that you do need.
What I like about being a mechanic is finding out the problem and fixing it.
George Ochoa is an ECISD mechanic. He's been with the district for 3 years. He's been in the profession for 8. And this year, his work was recognized across the Lone Star State, as he was recently named the Texas Association of School Bus Technicians Technician of the Year. Ochoa tells us he does his job effectively and was eager to receive his automotive service certification.
Automotive service excellence certifications in school bus. It took me about a year to get, I believe it's 7 certifications, and that made me a master mechanic in school bus.
He says he really enjoys his job.
A lot of the buses, they're custom wiring, and I like figuring out when they come in for problems, especially new problems, and figuring them out and letting everybody else know the solution.
Ochoa is a product of ECISD, a proud graduate of Economedes High School class of 2009. He holds an associate's degree from South Texas College in automotive technology. Congratulations to George Ochoa for being named the TASBT Technician of the Year. Reporting for Edinburg CISD, your district of choice, I'm Delia Ramirez.
Recently, the Texas Art Education Association selected several Edinburg CISD students' artwork to be part of the Texas Art Education Association virtual TASA-TASB exhibit.
Hello, my name is Nelinda Villarreal, and I am the Fine Arts Director here for Edinburg Consolidated Independent School District. I'm here because we want to congratulate 8 students, middle school and high school, whose artwork was selected to be exhibited at the TAEA virtual TASA-TASB conference. The exhibit showcased pre-K through 12th grade works of art from across the state of Texas. 66 school districts were represented at the Texas Association of School Administrators and Texas Association of School Boards virtual conference. The exhibition was displayed virtually throughout the convention, September 30th through October the 2nd of this year. The level of student and teacher achievement evidenced in this exhibition is a direct reflection of our leadership as administrators and as school board members. Your support of the arts is greatly appreciated. Your cooperative efforts make this exhibition possible. and to highlight and showcase the amount of artistic skill our students behold in the virtual arts. Once again, I would like to congratulate all of our art students and their teachers for all of the hard work that they have done this year.
Or district of choice.
My dad used to be a bus driver when he was in high school. My grandpa was a shop mechanic for 25 years. So basically it's, like in the family.
Melinda Alarcon has been an ECISD bus driver for almost 20 years. We're told when she first started, there was only a handful of female drivers. Alarcon was recently named the Property Casualty Alliance of Texas Bus Driver of the Year. She tells us it was a total surprise.
I had no clue I was even, on the list for anybody to nominate me. It makes me feel really good, all these years that I've, been here every day helping out.
She says she really likes her job.
I've done most of the same route for the past more than about 10 years. I used to drive in for Jaguars, but then I moved to Bobcats.
Alarcon described what she enjoys about being a bus driver in a normal school year.
What I like about my job is picking up the kids every day, and they're ready in school on time and able to learn.
Currently, the longtime bus driver is assisting with other duties.
My duty right now is to do the meals, Meal on Wheels. And then from there, I come back to Betts Elementary and I help out the teachers with whatever they need delivered, books, hotspots, Chromebooks, materials.
Alarcon explained that the students make her day, and that's why her job is so fun. Congratulations to Melinda Alarcon for being named the PCAT Bus Driver of the Year. Reporting for Edinburg CISD, your district of choice, I'm Delia Ramirez.
Hello everyone, I'm Kayla Herrera with Edinburg CISD Media, with great news for our 5th grade students who will be touring the Edinburg wetlands through a virtual science tour. Let's take a look.
Usually the students go to the wetlands physically and they get to experience all of the hands-on learning activities for science. But this year we're going to continue with the activities, but we're going to continue virtually. The students will be able to view the virtual field trips from the wetlands from home, and we're very excited in giving them that opportunity. Despite the situation that we're in, they're going to continue learning their science. The teachers will be able to have access to the 6 pre-recorded videos, which are their lessons. They will be able to have open discussions with their students. We have the introduction to the program, which would be week 1. Our week 2 would be soil formation and types. Week 3, setting up a field investigation. Week 4, soil, plant, and wildlife field investigation. Week 5, runoff and erosion. And of course, we'll conclude with week 6 with wrapping up all of the pre-recorded lessons and all of the conclusion. This activity has been in place for 17 years. And we certainly didn't want to discontinue from using it because of the pandemic. We still found ways. We had multiple conversations, multiple planning sessions with Veronica Guzman from the wetlands so that we can continue providing the support and the learning for our students in the science. We surely did not want our students to miss out in any of the science activities. We do have our 31 campuses, and we're going to be having 2 clusters. We're going to start with cluster 1 from here until October, and then we're going to continue with cluster 2. All of our 5th grade students here in ECISD will have the opportunity of viewing the videos and participating hands-on activities from the wetlands.
The science tours will be taking place between now and December. I'm Kayla Herrera reporting for Edinburg CASD, your district of choice.
Hello everyone, I'm Romeo Cantu with Edinburg CISD Media. This week we welcome back 5th, 8th, and 12th graders to our schools as we continue our transition to on-campus instruction. Let's see how it's going.
Hi, which one is it, the top or the bottom number?
The top!
Wonderful. The kids are learning all of the procedures. We've taken all of the safety precautions and measures in order to ensure all the safety on campus. The kids are very excited and very happy to be here. The responses that we've gotten from the parents is a sense of relief. Number one, I think that they were ready to send their kids back for educational purposes, and they know that we're doing everything that we need in order to ensure that their kids are safe while they're here with us.
As a parent, I feel very comfortable bringing my twin boys here. There's sanitation all over the place, throughout the campus. There are many opportunities to sanitize. There's social distancing.
It's exciting because I do get to see my students that I kind of saw on the cameras before, but it was very different seeing them and with masks on. So I just welcomed them and greeted them and wished them a great day because there are lots of differences from last year. The parents, it's of course their decision to bring the kids to school or not. It's always their choice. I feel that if they do want to bring the students to the school, that we're doing the best we can here to keep them safe.
I feel safe. You come in, they check your temperature, they write your name, then you come to the cafeteria and you just do your homework on the laptop.
We do have a lot of precautions in place. As far as, there's parents, they're their babies, they're going to be concerned. So I just want to let them know that we do have the precautions and we're doing everything we can to make sure that their child is safe. We do understand that it's a very difficult time right now.
It's great seeing these students back on our campuses. I'm Romeo Cantu reporting for Edinburg CISD, your district of choice.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibarras, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Thursday Night Lights as the PSJA Bears come in to take on the Edinburg High Bobcats in their home stadium. Tonight, we have the Bears and the Bobcats. Bobcats coming into the game 3-2 overall record. As for the PSJA Bears, they're coming in 1-3 over a big win last week over Edinburg Economides, 40-0. As for the Edinburg High Bobcats, came in last week with the devastating loss against Edinburg Vela, 43-13. They kind of look things around here as they're currently second in district play. Taking the field is the PSJA Bears, ready to take the field. On the opposite 50-yard line, we have the Edinburg High Bobcats as their kicking team is taking the field. PSJA Bears will be returning the ball first and have first dibs here. Last time PSJ was here in Edinburg, they lost in a thriller 29-22 over Edinburg North, almost coming out of that game with a win. Things didn't go their way late in the fourth quarter. We'll see if they can turn things around here tonight. Kickoff will be underway in a few.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
Game time here in Edinburg, Texas. Emmanuel Duran ready to kick the ball off to the PSJA Bears. Back deep to receive is number 1, Andrew Castillo, who will let it fly into the end zone, and the PSJA Bears offense will now be taking the field. Taking over the field there at the 25-yard line. A little bit different pace of the weather tonight here for both teams, and Edinburg, or in the valley to say, 59 degrees is the temperature tonight with northwest winds of 6 miles an hour. But weather's just one thing. As the PSJA Bears prepare to take the snap, that'll be number 7, Jaime Lopez, who will be conducting the offense tonight. Lopez rolling out to his left-hand side, hits his receiver, and too high, goes over the hands of his receiver, intended for number 1, Andrew Castillo. As Jaime Lopez awaits the call from the sideline. Take the snap, drop back to pass. Has the receiver wide open, deep at the 50-yard line, and it is caught. That's number 8, Vigo Lopez. Lopez to Lopez for a huge reception. That will set him on Bobcat territory down to the 738-yard line. And that's where the Bobcats will take over with a 1st and 10. We'll take a look at that replay after this play, if it's not a big play. Lopez drops back to pass once again. Wide receiver screen to Christian Gamboya. With a nice gain. It's going to be a 1st down right there for PSJA High. After that, let's take a look at that replay of the last play. As Lopez shows off its arm strength to Vigo Lopez for a huge 1st down gain. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. 25 yards to go as Lopez can't find nowhere to throw it. Rolling out to his left-hand side. Now picks up a block by his receiver on the left side and decides to step out of bounds for a gain of 3. Setting up now at the 22-yard line. That will stop the clock right there. PSJA Bears off to a hot start. Looks like they got the rhythm flowing. Lopez, a quick handoff right there to his running back. As number 28, Raul Reyes on the carry and quickly drugged down from behind by Juan Garza, defensive lineman from Edinburg High Bobcats. That went for a gain of 6, 3rd and 4 coming up right here for the PSJA Bears. Lopez, 3 receivers to his right-hand side. Draws back to pass. And he takes it for himself, taking off to run. And it looks like that will be a 1st down gain, and the referees will signal the chain gang to move him. And that'll be a nice run right there by Jaime Lopez, quarterback for the PSJA Bears. 1st down run, setting him up to the 12-yard line. Lopez dropping back to pass, rolling out to his right-hand side, trying to find a receiver. Finds him right down the middle, and that's another touchdown for the PSJA Bears. First touchdown of the night goes to number 8, Vigo Lopez. Back-to-back big plays right there for Lopez. As we take a look at that play, Jaime Lopez not able to find anybody on his right-hand side, and a saving grace. Vigo Lopez is right there in the middle. And that'll be a PSJA Bears touchdown. As we await the extra point by Ramsey Omar by the hold of number 7, none other than himself, Jaime Lopez. Kick is up, and it will be good. Barely making it through right there. Shout out to Ramsey Omar. Able to squeeze it in. Bears up 7-0 quickly here in the 1st quarter. And we'll be back after a quick message.
South Padre Island Golf Club. Come for a visit. Stay for a lifetime.
an increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, J. Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases. Because
back here in the action, PSJA Bears up 7-0, 10-12 left to play, as Edinburg High has 3 deep returners. And that kick will sail to the sideline. That's number 2, Abraham Gonzalez on the return, and swallowed up quickly at about the 17-yard line is where the referees will spot it. And that's where Edinburg High Bobcats will take over with a 1st and 10. Number 6, Rolando Abrego coming in to quarterback for the Edinburg High Bobcats, as he looks to answer back with a couple points of himself. In the backfield accompanying him is number 32, Shannon Woodard, their featured back, as he is swallowed up quickly, evades a couple tackles, and is going nowhere but backwards, the opposite way he wants to go. As the officials will spot it back for a loss of 5, bringing up a 2nd and 15 at the 12-yard line now. Not the way the Bobcats were looking to start. They got to weather the storm here early on their first drive of the game. Abrigo dropping back to pass, has his receiver on the slant route, and that is caught right there. Number 8, Christian Ramirez, eventually brought down at the 50-yard line with a huge 1st down gain. We'll take a look at that replay by Ramirez. As that sets up the Bobcats with beautiful field position down at the 49-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line for the Bobcats. Abrego pulling it himself, dumping off to his receiver, and that is incomplete. Pass right there intended for Dylan Garza, the wide receiver. Second and 10 for the Bobcats. Abrego 3 receivers to his left-hand side. And the flare out right there to Shannon Woodard trying to truck a defender. And he will be successful staying on his feet for an extra gain of about 6 yards after the 1st down. That'd be a gain of about 16 right there for Shannon Woodard with a running back. Bobcats showing some self-esteem here, some life, as it looks they'd be pretty successful here thus far on these couple of drives, or these couple of plays of the first drive. Abrego dropping back to pass. Same play, Joe, incomplete right there for Christian Ramirez, as they look to go back to the same post route that worked the first time, but it wasn't there the second time, as the Bears were ready for that one. Two receivers to each side of Abrego. as he drops back to pass and rolling out to his left-hand side. Has nowhere to throw it to. He'll just run out for a gain of about 1, and a flag will come in late by the referee right there. Looks like that flag right there will be thrown on number 21, Joey Garza of the PSJA Bears. That will be a late hit out of bounds right there on Joey Garza, giving 15 extra yards to the Edinburg High Bobcats. First penalty that came into their favor tonight. We'll see if many more come in, as it looks like both teams will be playing physical. Abrigo in the shotgun once again at his own 20-yard line now. And it looks like it's going to be a jet sweep, but the refs are going to blow that one dead. Calling on a false start right there for the Edinburg High Bobcats, setting him back 5 more yards, bringing up a 1st and 15. And there goes a penalty that does not go in their favor. Two receivers to each side once again for Abrigo, as he hands it off right there to his running back, Shannon Woodard, who gets a little bit of help right there from his offensive line, pushing him up back to the original line of scrimmage at the 20-yard line, bringing up a 2nd and 9 for Edinburg High. Look for the jet sweep right there as they do. Jet sweep for the Edinburg High Bobcats. That's number 10, Noel Serna, on the carry. That's going to go for a gain of about 6, bringing up a 3rd and 4 for Edinburg High. We'll see if the Bears defense can come up with a huge stop right here. And only hold them to a field goal. Three receivers to the left-hand side for the Bobcats. And a fake handoff right there as Abrigo will take it for himself, get a couple blocks, one defender to make miss, and he will not make that defender miss, but he will roll in inside the 10-yard line for a 1st and goal. Down at the 6-yard line is where the ball will be spotted. And a nice 10-yard run right there for Abrigo will set him up, 1st and goal. We'll see if the Bears defense come up with a huge stop midway through the 1st quarter. Abrigo rolling out to his right-hand side, dumping it off to Shannon Woodard as he's able to walk the dog into the end zone easily. And that'd be 6 points for the Bobcats, as they are able to score on their first opening drive as well. Bobcats and Bears scoring on their first opening possessions of the 1st quarter of the game, It looks like we're going to have a good shootout here on our hands this evening. 5:36 left to play as we await the kick from Emmanuel Duran. High snap, but that's not a problem as it goes straight through. And we have a tie ball game, 7-7. We'll be back after these messages with the kickoff.
Roll. Jay Gonzalez.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Hi fans, today's game is brought to you by New York Life. Best of luck to your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For over 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're
As we have the kickoff right here by Manuel Duran for the Edinburg High Bobcats, and back deep to receive we have Andrew Castillo and Jose Zalete. And that will be fielded by Castillo and reversed to Zalete as he tries to make one defender miss, picking up a couple blocks, but it looks like it's going to be a block in the back right there as the referee threw the flag at about the 8-yard line. It's not going to be a good sign. It's going to set the Bobcats back. As it will be an illegal block in the back on the PSJA Bears, sending them back 15 more yards. At the 9-yard line is where they will start their second drive. As we'll see if Jaime Lopez has it in him to drive 81 yards down the field and score a touchdown for his Bears. Second one of the night. And a quick handoff right there to his running back will go for a gain of about 3. That's number 28 on the carry, Raul Reyes. Going for a gain of 3. Bringing up a second and about 7 for PSJA Bears. As Lopez will drop back to his left, have a hole open to his right, and he will take off and run right there, stepping out of bounds at the 20-yard line. 21-yard line is where the referee will spot it for a first down gain for PSJA Bears. As Lopez is able to give him some breathing room with 5:01 left to play. And they will quickly rush to the line of scrimmage, trying to get the Bobcats off sides. Lopez roll out to his left-hand side, have nowhere to throw it to, and he will quickly be swallowed up by Angel Sanchez, the linebacker for the Bobcats. Second and 13 for a loss of 3 right there. As Lopez looks to make something happen with his feet once again, was unsuccessful, flaring it out to his running back, Raul Reyes. That's going to go for a gain of about 1, bringing up a third and 12. As it looks like the Bobcats caught wind of what the Bears were trying to do and are able to come up with a couple of big stops. We'll see if this third down stop right here will be beneficial in the Bobcats' favor. Lopez dropping back to pass. Has nowhere to go and quickly swallowed up for a sack right there. That's the man himself, Emmanuel Duran, coming in for the sack. Bringing up a 4th and 16 as the PSJA Bears punt team now takes the field. Back deep to receive for the Bobcats is Noel Serna. Punting for the Bears was number 13, Ramsey Omar, as Serna would just let that one roll, and the Bears will be surrounding it, and it will be marked down at the 49-yard line. Good field position right there for the Bobcats. One quick message from our sponsors, and we'll be right back with the action.
An insurance and financial service business.
Then we would like to show you how we can help.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Back here as the Bobcats look to score another touchdown. 3 minutes left on the clock in the first quarter. As Abrego will send his man in motion, hand off the little pitch and catch right there to Shannon Woodard as he will fall forward for a gain of 7, bringing up a 2nd and 3 for the Bobcats. Abrego in the shotgun once again, as he has been the whole night. Handoff right there to Shannon Woodard, making a couple defenders miss and falling forward for the first down. Gain of about 7 right there on that carry, bringing up a 1st and 10 at the Bears' 34-yard line. Abrego rolling out to his left-hand side, striking Noel Serna right there for a gain of about 1. We'll see where the referees will spot it, and that will be a gain of actually nothing, bringing up a 2nd and 10 for the Bobcats. Abrego rolling out to his right-hand side. Has a receiver wide open deep in the back. And that will be caught and brought down by Dylan Garza. Somehow coming up with that ball right there. Let's take a look at that replay. That'll be another 6 points for the Bobcats. As the flag will be thrown on the field. And they will call that an illegal man downfield. Touchdown does not count. And that will be resetting the Bobcats back another 5 yards, bringing up a 2nd and 15 as they get to replay that down. So that touchdown will not count. Bobcats having a 2nd and 15 with under a minute left to play in the first quarter. We'll see if they can score here quickly or they'll let it roll to the second quarter. Noel Serna in motion as Abrego has another man down the field. Now be intercepted right there by the Bears as he drops it. Bears almost intercepted that pass right there by Abrego. That was number 20, Aziel Castillo, who wasn't able to come down with the ball. Now a 3rd and 15 for the Bobcats as the Bears defense come up with a huge stop here and hold their opponent to nothing. We'll have a quick timeout right there by Coach Lupe Rodriguez of the PSJA Bears, and we'll be back after the timeout.
Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and...
Back in the action, 3rd and 15 for the Bobcats. 42 seconds left to play. We'll see what Coach JJ Leja has up his sleeve here for this Bobcats offense as they look to convert on this 3rd and long. Abrego dropping back to pass. Has his receiver wide open right down the middle. Tries to pick up a block, troop a couple defenders to cut it back to the left-hand side. And that'll be Christian Ramirez with a touchdown for the Edinburg High Bobcats. As we can take a look and see how he did that. Quick on his feet. Able to make a couple cuts, and into the end zone he goes, as the Bobcats will be able to convert on that 3rd and 15, giving them the touchdown that didn't count before. Well, it counts this time, 13-7, as we await the kick from Emmanuel Duran. The kick will be up and in without hesitation. 14-7, Bobcats lead. With 31 seconds left in the first quarter, we'll be back with the kickoff after these messages.
Need access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Back here in the action, 14-7, Bobcats came off a huge score right there by Christian Ramirez. As we await the kickoff, back deep to receive is number 1, Andrew Castillo, and number 6, Jose Zaleta. And the kick will be by none other than himself, Emmanuel Duran of the Edinburg High Bobcats. And the kick is underway, looking like it's going to sail into the back of the end zone. And it does. And the PSJA Bears will take over at their own 25-yard line, as Jaime Lopez looks to go get some points of his own. After going down 7, Bobcats taking the first lead of the night. We'll see if the Bears can change that and tie up the ball game on this drive. Lopez, 2 receivers to each side of him. As we look to see if the Bobcats will bring pressure on this drive. Pressure coming from his left-hand side, and eventually just throws it away. And that pass will go incomplete, bringing up a 2nd and 10. Bobcats playing excellent defense right there, not letting a Bears receiver come open, as Lopez wasn't able to find anybody on that last play. Dropping back to passes, Lopez once again, and pass goes incomplete, but a flag will be thrown on the play, as it looks like it'll be roughing the passer on Emmanuel Duran, as Lopez is slow to get up. as it will be on Emmanuel Duran roughing the passer, giving the Bears 15 more yards. A free 15 yards for the PSJA Bears will set them with a 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line now. First and 10 for the Bears. Lopez dropping back to pass. Quick wide receiver screen once again. Out to the left-hand side as he makes one defender miss and looks like he's going to be gone. Christian Gamboya going down to the goal line and touchdown for the PSJA Bears, as that's all speed right there on that play. Christian Gamboya going in with his own 2 feet. Able to outrun a couple Bobcat defenders. That'll be another 6 points for the PSJA Bears as we have a tie ball game if the kick stands here. As that was the last play of the first quarter. We'll look to see if the extra point by Ramsey Omar is up and good. And it is easily, as that will be 14-14 at the end of the first quarter. As we await the kickoff by the PSJA Bears. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a little bit.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez injury attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. Jay Gonzalez.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you.
Back with the second quarter. Ramsey Omar awaiting the kickoff, kicking it deep to the Bobcats. We'll see what the third drive for the Bobcats has in store for them, as that kick is fielded and returned and popped out of bounds right there by a Bear. That's number 23, Robert Galvan, coming in with a huge hit. Lay it on Christian Ramirez right there. And he will fall out of bounds. 1st and 10 for the Bobcats at their own 31-yard line. We'll look to see what the Bobcats have in store here. Coming off a 3rd and 15, they were able to score by the man who just returned the kickoff. Christian Ramirez coming in for a huge score, giving the Bobcats a lead 14-7. Over the Bears, and the Bears just answered back with their own 7 points. We'll see if the Bobcats can come back and do the same thing of themselves. A flare out right there. Pass from Abrigo to Gonzalez will go for a gain of about 6, bringing up a 2nd and 4 for the Bobcats. Abrego setting up with the 2nd and 4. 3 receivers to his right-hand side, dropping back to pass, looking to his left, and firing it deep, and that will be caught in the sideline right there by Joshua Gonzalez, down on the opposite 49-yard line, and Bobcats will now enter PSJA Bears field of territory. There'll be a nice toe drag right there on the sideline for the Bobcats. Abrigo, same formation. Bringing pressure will be the PSJA Bears. Rolling out to his right-hand side. And pass incomplete. Intended for Dylan Garza. Almost intercepted right there by the PSJA Bears. That would have been a huge momentum changer on the PSJA side if they were able to come out with that interception. That is not the case. 2nd and 10 now for the Bobcats as they await the call from the sideline in the huddle. Abrego with 2 receivers to each side of him. Drop back to pass. And that pass will fall incomplete. Intended for Edwin Muniz. Bringing up a 3rd and 10, but looks like we have an injured Bobcat down on the field. And we'll be back after he gets back up on his own 2 feet.
San Benito.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of wanting to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We are this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Able to get back up on his own 2 feet and assisted off of the field by his training staff is number 71, Alessandro Escobedo. This is going to be the left guard as Abrigo sends his man in motion. Rolling out to his right-hand side, has nothing. Chased down by a couple of Bobcats, eventually getting the ball out the way, and that will fall incomplete. Pass intended for Christian Ramirez as the Bears defensive line brought the pressure. And that will fall incomplete, bringing up a 4th and 10 for the Bobcats. Coming onto the field is the punting unit, number 88, Emmanuel Duran will be the punter. And the Bobcats will have number 6, Jose Zaleta, back deep to receive. But before that, it'll be another timeout by the PSJA Bears. We'll be back with the punt after these messages.
Game and let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full.
4th and 10 for the Bobcats, punting it away. Jose Zaleta back deep to receive. Low snap. But the punt will spiral its way down to about the 3-yard line is where the Bobcats will recover the ball with great field position for the Bobcats, but not great field position for the Bears offense. There's 10:26 left on the clock in the second quarter. It will be a 1st and 10 for the Bears at their own 3-yard line, backed up deep in their own end zone. We'll see if they can make something happen and give themselves some breathing room. Lopez sending his receiver in motion, faking the handoff and taking it for himself, and he'll be down for a loss of 2 down in his own 1-yard line now, as that was not a good play by Jaime Lopez, the quarterback. It was sending back 2nd and 12. At their own 1-yard line now. Bobcats looking to get a safety here. And that would be something they're planning to do if successful. Change of momentum. Bad snap right there, but a flag will come in. And it will be a false start on the PSJA Bears. But they have no yards to lose. So it'll still be a 2nd and 12 at their own 1-yard line. PSJA Bears awaiting the call. That will hopefully give them some breathing room. Lopez rolling out to his right-hand side. Finds a receiver open and incomplete. Toe drag unsuccessful right there. That was number 6, Jose Zaleta, that the pass was intended for, and falls incomplete, bringing up a 3rd and 12. As it looks like the Bears might have to punt out of their own end zone. That's never a good thing. Dropping back to pass, Jaime Lopez has a receiver deep and not able to connect. That pass right there was intended for Vigo Lopez, who had a huge reception in the first couple plays of the game, but not here in this play, as the Bears punt unit will now come onto the field, backed up at their own 1-yard line. With 9:20 left to play in the second quarter, back deep to receive is Noel Serna for the Edinburg High Bobcats. Punt almost blocked by the Bobcats. Noel Serna fielding it, returning it to his left-hand side as he tries to find some room, but will not. And a flag will be thrown late on the play, as Noel Serna was able to bring that down to the 20-yard line. We'll see what the flag is on. It will be a face mask on the PSJA Bears, giving the Bobcats another 15 yards. That will set them down to the 10-yard line. With a 1st and 10, as Rolando Abrego only has 10 yards to work with. We'll see what Coach JJ Leija does here. Taking a snap, handing it off right there to Shannon Woodard, and falling forward for a gain of about 3 or 4. We'll call that a 2nd and 7 with 8 yards to go. Pressure coming from the PSJA Bears as Abrego will call his own number, taking it to the right-hand side and able to truck a couple defenders, falling in for the touchdown. 6 more points added on for number 6, Rolando Abrego, with his own touchdown run right there. 20-14. We'll see if we can get that replay right here. And we do. We have Abrego rumbling, tumbling, and stumbling into the end zone for 6 points. As we await the extra point kick by Duran to make it a 7-point ball game. That kick is up and good. Perfect tonight. Emmanuel Duran on all 3 extra point attempts. 21-14. The Edinburg High Bobcats lead over the PSJA Bears.
Highest moral character. Sherryland ISD. Excellence is our tradition.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibarras, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen.
Back in the action, Emmanuel Duran set to kick off to the PSJA Bears, and that will be a short kick fielded at about the 26-yard line, and Vigo Lopez will be able to find some room, taking it all the way back to the 46-yard line for a return of about 10 to 15 yards. Setting in good field position right there for Jaime Lopez and the PSJA Bears to work with. It's better than being backed up at their own 1-yard line. As the play clock will roll down to 0, the PSJA Bears will call their final timeout of the first half, and we'll be back with
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
PSJA Bears now taking the field with the play call ready after the timeout. Coach Lupe Rodriguez used his final timeout right there with 8:13 left to play in the second quarter. As Jaime Lopez rolling out to his left-hand side, has nowhere to go. But 3 yards on that QB designed run right there will set up a 2nd and 7 for the PSJA Bears. Jaime Lopez not able to find anybody. Pressure coming from the Bobcats defensive line. And that pass will fall incomplete, as the only receiver around was Andrew Castillo. Bringing up now a 3rd and 7 for the PSJA Bears. Lopez dropping back to pass, rolling out to his right, and that pass falls incomplete. And the late flag will come in, as it looks like it will be another roughing the passer on the quarterback by the Bobcats. And another flag will be thrown. 2 flags in one play. Looks like they're both going to be on the Edinburg High Bobcats, as we wait to see what the officials have to say. And we have 2 fouls, both on the Edinburg High Bobcats. Late hit on the quarterback. And we'll be back.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
South Padre Island Golf Club. Come for a visit. Stay for a lifetime.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, J. Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. J. Gonzalez.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Hi fans, today's game is brought to you by New York Life. Best of luck to your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For over 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business,
then we would like to show you how we can help.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Bates, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the Blue Building and the Blue Shrimp Boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Fort Mansfield, Texas.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez injury attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. Jay Gonzalez.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close of wanting to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We are this close.
This close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we donate now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at...
Welcome back to the game, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the long break as we weren't able to show what was happening on the field. Bringing up a 1st and 10 for the PSJA Bears at their own 32-yard line with 7:26 left to play in the ball game. Lopez rolling out to his right-hand side. Has a receiver, and he would just let that one float out of bounds, stopping the clock with 7:18. Bringing up a 2nd and 10. Lopez was dropping back to pass. Has the receiver open. Incomplete right there. Pass intended for Jose Zaleta. Bringing up a 3rd and 10 now. Different formation here for the PSJA Bears and Jaime Lopez as he takes his first snap. That will not be in the shotgun as the time will expire down to 0, bringing up a delay of game, setting him back 5 more yards. 3rd and 15 now for the Bears after that delay of game. Jaime Lopez dropping back to pass, not under center in the shotgun. Has his receiver wide open. Christian Gamboya able to come down with the catch, bringing up a 4th and about 3. But Gamboya will be slow to get up. And we'll be back to another commercial break when he's back on his feet.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production.
4th and 2. Coach Lupe Rodriguez elects to go for it. Rolling out to his left-hand side is Jaime Lopez, and he will not get it, as that will be a turnover on downs right there for the PSJA Bears, giving the Bobcats the ball with 6:49 left to play at their own 29-yard line. As Abrego will be back on the field in the shotgun, trying to find his receiver open, and that pass falls incomplete, intended for Dylan Garza. Second and 10 for the Bobcats, dropping back to pass, finding a receiver open and complete. Dylan Garza on the reception for a gain of about 4, bringing up a 3rd and 6. Third and 6 for the Bobcats. Abrego in the shotgun, 3 receivers to his right-hand side. As he's rolling out to his right. And finds his receiver, Christian Ramirez, for a huge first down gain, giving him life. And another first down for the Edinburg High Bobcats at their own 47-yard line now. First and 10 for the Bobcats now at their own 47-yard line. Pressure coming from the PSJA Bears as that pass flies incomplete. Intended for Joshua Gonzalez on the quick slant route. Bringing up a 2nd and 10. Quick handoff right there to the running back, who will go for a gain of 1, bringing up a 2nd, a 4th and 9. A 3rd and 9, excuse me. Abrego dropping back to pass, looking for a receiver open. Eventually finds one, but that falls incomplete. Intended for Noel Serna. Bringing up a 4th down as the PSJ Bears come down with their own 4th down stop as well. New punter in the game is Oscar Cruz. And the Bobcats will fall on that one at the 26-yard line. And that's where the PSJ Bears will take over on offense.
Shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where
1st and 10 for the Bears. As that will be a bad snap, and the Bears will fall on down, keeping possession, but losing a couple yards, bringing up a 2nd and 12. As Lopez drops back to pass and flaring out to his receiver. That one will bobble it and catch it is on the reception. Is number 28, Raul Reyes. Bringing up back to the original line of scrimmage for the Bears. 3rd and 10 now is what Jaime Lopez will be faced with. Lopez, the lone one in the backfield, but a false start will be called on the Bears. Setting them back 5 more yards. 3rd and 15 is what the PSJ Bears will be faced with. And another quick pass, one-handed catch from the running back. Raul Reyes will keep it in bounds. And I will set up a Bobcats with a 4th down the Bears with the 4th down. As that ball will be punted away to Noel Serna as he fields it on the run, and a good punt return looks like coming there from Serna, making one defender miss and brought down into opposite field position down to about the 27-yard line. And the Bobcats will be set up well here with only 25 yards to go in our 1st and 10. As they look to put up a couple more points on the board. Abrego dropping back to pass, and pass incomplete. Right there, intended for Dylan Garza, as the Bears almost came up with an interception. Second and 10 for the Bobcats now with 2:18 left to play. Abrego looking to put some points on the board, coming in late. Sending Dylan Garza in motion. Play action it taking off for himself as he has a wide open lane to the end zone. Reaching for a diving and a touchdown for the Edinburg High Bobcats. 6 points on the board now, 27-14. As we look to see who comes on to kick for the Bobcats this time. As it looks like Coach JJ Leja will keep his offense on the field as their kicker got ejected. Take a look at that replay right there. Quarterback run by Abrego. And timeout, and we'll be back after the break.
Culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply.
After the break, Coach JJ Leja elects to still go for 2 points here. As will be a fake handoff right there to Woodard, and a running back will go in smoothly. That's number 21, Justin Gonzalez, with the 2-point conversion. That will be successful. 29-14 is the score now. Bobcats looking to be running away with this one going into the half. Taking the field is the PSJA Bears kickoff return unit. And a new kicker in for the Bobcats will be number 57, Sergio Perez. And a pooch kick right there will be fielded at about the 31-yard line, but a flag will come in from the back judge, and we'll look to see what happened there. First and 10 with 2:03 left to play in the second quarter as Jaime Lopez looks to make something happen. As another wide receiver screen will go to his outside receiver, Christian Gamboya, who had a touchdown earlier on that same play. And that clock will stop. And he will be getting down to about the 47-yard line, bringing up a gain of 7 and a 2nd and 3. As Lopez looking for a receiver, finds him wide open. Andrew Castillo not able to get into the end zone, eventually tackled up and tripped up at about the 13-yard line. But a huge first down gain for the PSJA Bears will set him up nicely with 1:54 left to play and 13 yards to go. And a quick handoff right there to the running back. Not able to stay on his feet is Raul Reyes. Looks like it would have been a touchdown if he was able to stay on his feet. PSJA Bears looking to knock on the door as Lopez dropping back to pass. Has nobody, rolls out to his right-hand side. Finds a receiver open for the touchdown. That's number 6. Jose Zaleta for the touchdown, wide open. And a flag will be thrown on the play. We'll look to see what the officials have to say. That'll be an unsportsmanlike conduct on the PSJA Bears, but the officials will add that to the kickoff, and that touchdown will count. 6 points right there on the board as we await the extra point by Ramsey Omar. Kick is up and good without a problem. 29-21 with 1:06 left to play in the second quarter. (29-21) is the lead for the Bobcats, as the PSJA Bears were able to strike late here in the second quarter. As the kickoff will come down from their 25-yard line. Kick is up and away, fielded by the Bobcats. Not able to recover the kick. And a bit of confusion. There was Noel Serna able to return it back to the 34-yard line. First and 10 with 1:06 left to play is the Edinburg High Bobcats as they look to strike quickly and go up 7 more points before the half. Abrego rolling out to his right-hand side, has nowhere to throw it, and will throw it out of bounds. 1 minute left to play on the clock. Bringing up a 2nd and 10 for the Bobcats. Abrego rolling out to his left-hand side, trying to find his receiver. Pass falls incomplete. Intended for Dylan Garza. 54 seconds left on the clock now. 3rd and 10 for the Bobcats. Third and 10 for the Bobcats as we look to see them convert on this 3rd down to keep their drive alive. And a quick handoff right there to Woodard, bouncing it out to the left-hand side. Will go nowhere. And coming down deep for the tackle was Jose Zaleta, bringing up a 4th and 11 now for the Bobcats as their punt unit will enter the field, I believe. We'll have a quick timeout, and we'll be back after these messages.
Today.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibarras, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
And the PSJA Bears will just let it drip down. Second half action underway. 24 minutes left in the half. And we'll have a couple halftime festivities with the Bobcats bands and the Bobcats dancers. Thank you for tuning into the first half. I'm Brandon Guzman with Real Sports Live.
South Padre Island Golf Club. Come for a visit. Stay for a lifetime.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez injury attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. Jay Gonzalez.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Hi fans, today's game is brought to you by New York Life. Best of luck to your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For over 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business,
then we would like to show you how we can help.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome our 2020 Bobcat Band. The band is led on the field tonight by our senior drum majors, Ivan Costilla and Dominic De La Rosa, and our 2020 officers and student leaders, Cecilia Aguirre, Kristen Ivonales, Virginia Avalos, Lisa Bazan, Fidel Cantu, Viviana Casanova, Ricardo Chavarria, Diego de la Torre, Brandon Flores, Victoria Garcia, Ricardo Gonzalez, Sandra Gonzalez, Sandy Hernandez, Brianna Lozano, Edgar Mendoza, Vivian Peña, Luke Salinas, Nicholas Salinas, Caleb Dale, and Ryan Torres. Before our Bobcat Band plays our first piece, we would like to recognize our senior band students who are making the most out of their 2020 senior year. Alto sax, Nicholas Salinas. Barry sax, Isabella Torres. Bass clarinet, Fernando Castro. Clarinets, Viviana Casanova y Dani Solis. Flutes, Lisa Basan, Karen Pesina Aguilar. Drum major and flute, Dominique de la Rosa. Mellophone, Ricardo Chavarria, Jonathan Sepulveda. Drum major and mellophone, Ivan Costilla. Guard, Cecilia Aguirre, Christian Almendares, Sandy Hernandez, Jessica Lazaren, Danica Lopez, Brianna Lozano, Juanita Perez. Percussion, Brandon Alanis, Diego de la Torre, Brandon Flores, and Edgar Mendoza. Trombones, Leslie Valderas and Ryan Torres. Trumpets, Aaron Prado, Eddie Sepulveda, and Caleb Dale. Thank you, seniors. And now, get ready for the best show in Texas on a Thursday night. The big, the bad, the red and blue, ladies and gentlemen, the pride of Edinburg, our Edinburg High School Bobcat Bears. Take it away, Ivan. School Band is under the direction of Jason Rogers, Amanda Enriquez, George Martinez, Avery Moyeda, and Moses Tobias. Our principal is Yesenia T. Molina. Special thanks to the Edinburg High School Band parents and our booster club. Thank you again for your support. And how about that Bobcat Band?
A wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. Jay Gonzalez.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of wanting to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close. If we donate now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibarras, try a Texas Spice cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games. Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
South Padre Island Golf Club. Come for a visit. Stay for a lifetime.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, J. Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. J. Gonzalez.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Hi fans, today's game is brought to you by New York Life. Best of luck to your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For over 170 years, New York Life has built a reputation of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business,
then we would like to show you how we can help.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by... Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
An increase of 169 cases of COVID-19.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, J. Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. J. Gonzalez.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles, how about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of action here in Edinburg, Texas, as the Edinburg High Bobcats are leading 29-21 over the PSJA Bears. Kicking off will be the PSJA Bears, as the Bobcats will receive the ball to start the third quarter, excuse me. And the kick is underway, and that will be falling in the back of the end zone, setting the Bobcats up at their own 25-yard line. as the Bobcats will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Rolando Abrego will be leading this Bobcats offense here in the second half as well. Man in motion is Noel Serna. Jet sweep handoff will set him down for a good gain of about 2 yards with a 2nd and 8 coming up. Second and 8 for the Bobcats coming out of the halftime as they look to keep the lead here or extend it. Abrego stepping back to pass, finding his receiver. That's Dylan Garza down the middle of the field for a reception, and that will be enough for a first down at the 35-yard line. First down for the Edinburg High Bobcats. First and 10 for Edinburg High now at their own 35-yard line. Abrego dropping back to pass. Finds a receiver, has nobody open, almost sacked. Eventually escaping the pocket, and that pass will fall incomplete. Intended for Dylan Garza once again. Second and 10 now for the Edinburg High Bobcats. Abrego snapping and handing off to Shannon Woodard. They're bruising back, going down for a gain of about 4, bringing up a 3rd and 6 now for Edinburg High. Abrego set up with a 3rd and 6 as he goes nowhere and is quickly swallowed up by the PSJA Bears defensive line. That's number 74, Aaron Noriega, bringing the pressure along with number 99, Anthony Santoscoy. Huge 4th down stop right there for the Bears. Bring up a 4th and 10 for the Bobcats, and they will punt that away. Back deep to receive the punt is number 6, Jose Zaleta. That will fall out of bounds around the 35-yard line. And the official spot is the 36-yard line, and that's where the PSJA Bears will take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. As they look to come back and put some points on the board, a touchdown would put them within 1 point of the Bobcats. We'll see if they're able to do that now. And a quick pass out to his receiver on the wide receiver screen for Andrew Castillo falls incomplete, stopping the clock with 9:07 and bringing up a 2nd and 10 for the Bears. Lopez handing off to Raul Reyes. Goes for a gain of about 5, bringing up a 3rd and 5 now for the Bears. As they got 5 yards to go to keep the drive alive. Lopez rolling out to his right-hand side, trying to find a receiver, looking back. Nobody, takes off to run himself and going for a gain of 1. He will not go anywhere and bringing up a 4th down. We'll see if Coach Rodriguez keeps his offense on the field to go for this here. And he will bring on his punt unit as I will go for a gain of nothing. 4th and 5 for the punt unit now. And back deep to receive is number 10, Noel Serna. Slow punt, but he gets it out the way and fair caught at the 36-yard line. The 31-yard line, excuse me, for Noel Serna. And that's where the Bobcats will take over with a 1st and 10. .746 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Bobcats leading by 8. And a reverse right there to Dylan Garza will go anywhere but backwards. Lost for 1. 2nd and 11 now coming up for the Bobcats. Second and 11. The pass falls short and at the feet of number 80. The pass was intended for Raul Ramirez. Bringing up a 3rd and 11 for the Bobcats now. Backed up at their own 30-yard line. Abrego dropping back to pass, rolling to his left-hand side. Has nobody. Has a receiver wide open for the 1st down. That's Christian Ramirez. As the pressure was coming and the pocket was collapsing, Abrego was able to get it out and find Ramirez for the huge 1st down. And a quick handoff there to Woodard as he tries to go to his left-hand side and falls forward for a gain of 1. That Bears defensive line has been pretty active here in the 2nd quarter and entering the 2nd half. They've been balling out, holding Woodard to not much rushing yards. Pressure coming from the Bears defense, and that pass falls incomplete, intended for Dylan Garza once again. Abrego trying to find Garza over the middle, and that is not the case. 5:56 left to play in the third quarter, and the Bobcats are faced with a 3rd and 8. Abrego dropping back to pass. Finds nobody, rolls out to his left-hand side, has green grass, and he will run forward and get the first down, going out of bounds at the 35-yard line with the 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. With a nice run right there by the quarterback, Rolando Abrego, sets the Bobcats up with another 1st and 10. Abrego with 3 receivers to his right-hand side. He elects to hand off to Shannon Woodard to the left side and breaks a couple tackles right there as he falls. Breaks a couple tackles and finds his way in the end zone for a touchdown for the Edinburg High Bobcats. 6 more points on the board, 35-21, as we await the extra point from the Bobcats. If they have a kicker to bring on, if not, they elect to go for 2 once again, which Coach J.J. Leja will leave his quarterback, Abrego, on the field to go for a 2-point conversion. And that pass will fall incomplete as Abrego was trying to find his receiver in the back of the end zone, Christian Ramirez. On the deflection right there was number 6, Jose Zaleta. We'll be back with the kickoff after a quick message from our sponsors.
Making history. This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again.
This close. We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close. If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories.
Back in the action, that'll be a short kick fielded at about the 37-yard line by number 28, the running back, Raul Reyes. And that's where the Bears will take over at the 38-yard line with a 1st and 10 as they have another opportunity to score and shrink the lead as they're trailing by 2 touchdowns right now. And a flag will be thrown as it will be a false start there on the PSJA Bears as they're not able to get a playoff quickly. But a flag will be thrown, sending them back 5 more yards. 1st and 15 for the Bears. As Lopez has nowhere to go, takes it for himself. Gets a block right there. Another block by his receiver and falls out of bounds at about the 48-yard line with a nice 1st down run right there by number 7, Jaime Lopez. Another handoff right there to Raul Reyes as he falls forward for a gain of 2, bringing up a 2nd and 8 for the PSJA Bears. Lopez, the lonesome in the backfield, running out to his right-hand side. Doesn't have a receiver open as that pass is almost intercepted. Intended for number 8, Vigo Lopez. Good defensive coverage right there by the cornerback of the Edinburg High Bobcats, bringing up a 3rd and 7 with 4:51 left to play. Third and 7 for the Bears. Pressure coming from the right side as he fires that one incomplete. Intended for Christian Gamboya. Bringing up a 4th down and 7. We'll see. And they do come onto the field is the PSJA Bears punt unit. Back deep to receive is Noel Serna for the Bobcats. As the PSJA Bears aren't able to get anything rolling here on offense in the second half. That ball will be spotted down at the 10-yard line. Great punt there by number 13, Ramsey Omar, the punter for the PSJA Bears, pinning the Bobcats deep in their own territory. We'll see if Coach JJ Leja has something to get him out of here, and we'll see if Rolando Abrego is able to get him into the end zone for another touchdown score. And sending his man in motion, and a quick handoff right there to number 2, Abraham Gonzalez. Will be quickly stopped at the line of scrimmage, bringing up a 2nd and 10 for the Bobcats. And another handoff right there to Gonzalez as he falls forward with a second effort down to the 15-yard line, bringing up a 3rd and 5 for the Bobcats. Fake handoff there to Gonzalez, going out to his tight end, and trucking forward is number 86, Diego Flores. On the reception, being able to truck a defender and give his Bobcats another 1st and 10. Down to the 26-yard line is where the official will spot it. Another handoff right there. This time it's to Joshua Gonzalez. And a flag will come in late as the offensive line is trying to push Gonzalez forward as he falls down for a gain of about 7, bringing up a 2nd and 3. but a flag will be thrown. And that will be bringing him back 10 more yards as a holding call is called there by the back official, setting him back with a 1st and 20. Quick handoff right there to Abraham Gonzalez as he falls out of bounds to the original line of scrimmage, bringing up a 2nd and 10, and he will be slow to get up. And we'll be back after these messages from our sponsors once Gonzalez is back on his own 2 feet.
In San Benito.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial assistance. The university where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibarras, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by...
Back in the action, number 2, Abraham Gonzalez, able to be carted off the field by his training staff, bringing up a 2nd and 9 here for the Bobcats. As Abrego has nowhere to run and finds lane, eventually tackled down. Shoelace tackle by number 52, linebacker Julius Ramirez for the PSJA Bears. Bringing up a 3rd and 6 with 1:30 left to play in the 3rd quarter. We'll see what the Bobcats have in store here on this 3rd down play. Abrego having nowhere to go. Pass intended for Woodard as that falls incomplete. Stopping the clock with 1:15. We'll see if the Bobcats punt unit comes on the field, and they do, as a nice stop right there for the PSJA Bears defense, bringing up a 4th and 6. And the punt is away, and the punt is blocked by the PSJA Bears. Scooped up, punt blocked right there. A nice play by number 23, Robert Galvan. And falling on the ball is another PSJA Bears as we appear to have another injury on the field. And we take a look at that replay of the punt block. PSJA Bears taking advantage of the slow snap and the slow punt by the Bobcats. Sets them in great field position down inside Bobcats' 10-yard line. Set up with a 1st and goal with their own in Bobcat territory at the 6-yard line. We'll be back once the injured player is back on his feet.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Castillo. I invite you to visit San Benito and see for yourself the many things this community has to offer. Our offices of economic development offer a variety of business resources to developers, investors, and business owners from small to large scale. Contact us and let us work together on your next business opportunity.
South Padre Island Golf Club. Come for a visit. Stay for a lifetime.
An increase of 100.
Back in the action, number 21, Joey Garza, able to jog back off the field as he appears to be fine after to be a bit shaken up. .115 left to play with 6 yards to go for the PSJA Bears. Lopez rolling out to his left-hand side, trying to find a receiver. Pass falls incomplete, intended for number 11, Christian Gombaya. As the Bears look to close the lead here and be within one score if they're able to convert here on this drive. Handoff straight to Raul Reyes, making a couple defenders miss, but not able to find his way in the end zone as he dropped down to the 2-yard line with a gain of 4. Third and goal with 2 yards left to play. And looks like Jaime Lopez will fall into the end zone himself, but the referee will mark it short at the 1-yard line, not going into the end zone. Bringing up a 4th and goal with 1 yard left to play. And Coach Lupe Rodriguez calls a timeout with 25 seconds left on the clock. We'll be back after these messages.
Hospitals continue receiving COVID-19 patients.
When the world needed you, did you rise to the occasion? Since the pandemic began, J. Gonzalez Injury Attorneys have won over 700 personal injury cases and recovered millions for their clients. When others shut down, we continued fighting for victims of car accidents, work injuries, and 18-wheeler cases because we still believe in justice for all. J. Gonzalez.
Apply to the university that offers 98 unique degree plans. The university where 99% of students receive financial.
1 yard left to go If they don't get it here, nothing. As the quarterback sneak will come in, and he is... Let's see what the officials call. He is short. Let's see if the goal line stand by the Edinburg High Bobcats defense is good. And it will be the Bobcats ball as they're able to come up on that 4th and 1 QB sneak right there, sending the Bears offense to the sideline, and a flag will be thrown. It looks like it'll be an unsportsmanlike conduct there on number 6 for the PSJA Bears. We'll see what the call is. That is Jose Zaleta's second unsportsmanlike conduct of the game, and he is disqualified for the rest of the 4th quarter. Another flag will be thrown by the official right there, as they already moved him up 15 yards. We'll see what this flag is on right here. Another 15 yards is piled on. As another unsportsmanlike conduct, back-to-back unsportsmanlikes will be called on the PSJA Bears. This time it's on number 21, Joey Garza. Getting the Bobcats great field position and give them some breathing room, as 2 unsportsmanlike penalties were enforced on that last play, bringing them up to the 29-yard line with the 1st and 10. Noel Serna in motion, and a handoff to Woodard to the left-hand side as he trucks the defender for a gain of 8, bringing up a 2nd and 2, but a flag is thrown on the play. It will be a holding on the Edinburg High Bobcats, and that play will scratch that play, and we'll go backwards this time, bringing up a 1st and 20 as they look to replay that down. And that will send it to the 4th quarter. The clock hits 0. We got the 4th quarter coming up. Bobcats leading 35-21 over the PSJA Bears. As the Bobcats look to just run the clock out here on this drive, we'll see how much clock they can kill. As for the PSJA Bears, we'll see if they're able to hold them on 3 downs and force them to punt and get the ball back to keep themselves in this ball game. First and 20, for the Bobcats. Receiver sent in motion, and another false start penalty will be enforced on the Edinburg High Bobcats, sending them back 5 more yards, bringing up a 1st and 25. And they're going the opposite way that they hope to be going. They're going backwards. And that's giving the Bears an opportunity to get a stop here. As Abrego drops back to pass, has a receiver. Helmet flies off, and he rolls out to his right-hand side. has his running back Shannon Woodard down to about the 30-yard line, bring him back to the original line of scrimmage. But a flag is thrown to play. And it will be a personal foul on the Edinburg High Bobcats as we look to see where the officials will spot the ball after that penalty. A 1st and 31 for the Edinburg High Bobcats as they're set way back. Abrego rolling out to his left-hand side. Has the receiver. Pass falls incomplete for Noel Serna right there. Bringing up a 2nd and 32. Excuse me, 2nd and 31 for the Edinburg High Bobcats. One more down, and it looks like the Bears, one more stop here, and it looks like the Bears will be able to get the ball back with some good time. Abrego dropping back to pass, has receiver wide open, but popped right there. That was number 4, Isaac Espino. Let's take a look at that replay real quick. Isaac Espino on the big hit on Dylan Garza sets up the Bobcats with a 3rd and 22 now. Under 11 minutes to play. Receiver in motion, and another flag will be thrown by the officials. And there'll be another false start on the Edinburg High Bobcats. Things just not going in their favor in the 4th quarter. 3rd and 27 now for the Bobcats. Bobcats breaking the huddle. 3rd and 27. Backed up at their own 12-yard line. We'll see what the PSJA Bears are able to bring up here on this 3rd down. And a wide open man down the middle of the field is Dylan Garza. But the pass falls incomplete, too high, as that will send the Bobcats punt unit onto the field. As we look to have a new return man back for the PSJA Bears, Andrew Castillo will be back deep to receive the punt. We'll see if the PSJA Bears can get another punt block here, as the snap have been slow and the kick has been slow. We'll see if they go back-to-back blocks. Not able to. Good blocking by the front row, and that ball will land and fall dead at the 42-yard line in Bobcat territory, and that's where the PSJA Bears will take over with a 1st and 10 and 10:37 left to play in the 4th quarter. Lopez throwing it at hit as he thrown, and a pass intercepted right there. That's number 12, Andre Vargas, going all the way into the end zone with a pick 6. And a flag will be thrown late, but it'll be a touchdown for the Edinburg High Bobcats defense, now putting up on 41 points. Let's take a look at that replay as they got a pick 6 That's number 12, Andre Vargas. As we have a couple penalty markers down on the field, we look to see what the officials have to say in a few. Looks like those points will be taken off the board, and the Bobcats will be taking over the ball at their own at midfield, the 50-yard line, with the 1st and 10, only 50 yards to go to extend this lead up to 41. And a quick handoff right there to Shannon Woodard as he makes a couple tackles miss and eventually brought down for a gain of about 3, bringing up a 2nd and 7. Second and 7 with 9:35 left to play. Abrego sends his man in motion and a handoff right there to Shannon Woodard for a gain of about 4, bringing up a bringing up a 3rd and 4. Handoff once again to Shannon Woodard as number 51 is there to quickly swallow him. That's Moses Pedraza as he gets swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage, losing 2 yards, bringing up a 4th and 5. It will be a timeout on the field. We'll be back after these messages.
University where you belong. Apply to Texas A&M University Kingsville today.
Hi fans, today's game is brought to you by New York Life. Best of luck to your team.
And I'm Danielle Goslin, and I'm a partner with New York Life Insurance Company. For over 100...
8:45 left to play, and the Bobcats will punt the ball away to the PSJA Bears. That'll be a low kick fielded by Castillo as he tries to make a couple man miss and eventually tackled down by Jonathan Duran down at the 20-yard line. Lopez rolling out to his left-hand side, looking to make something happen with his own 2 feet, and gets tackled out of bounds for a loss of 1. That's number 27, Avon Alonso, on the defensive coverage. Pass rolling out to Raul Reyes as he tries to make a couple man miss, but as he gets tackled down by the cornerback. That's number 83, Ben Gonzalez, on the tackle. Bringing up a third and about 5 here for the PSJA Bears. Lopez dropping back to pass, has his receiver Vigo Lopez wide open on the drag route as he falls forward for the first down. That's number 27, Avon Alonso, there on the tackle once again. Alonso making his name known here late in the fourth quarter. Lopez in the empty set, rolling out to his right-hand side, and pass gets intercepted right there by Avon Alonso himself. Running to his right-hand side, looking for blockers, and has nowhere to go. And eventually gets tackled down to the 27-yard line. Let's take a look at that replay in full screen. For number 27, Avon Alonso bringing up another stop for the Bobcats defense. Quick handoff right there to Shannon Woodard. As we have another Bobcats players down. Another offensive lineman down on the field for the Bobcats. We'll be back after these messages.
Has built a reputation of developing the most successful professionals in the industry.
We help to manage the process from day one and guide you on your way to success. If you're looking to challenge yourself and build an insurance and financial service business,
then we would like to show you how we can help.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
Down on the field there was number 77, Humberto Garcia. He's able to walk back on the field with his own 2 feet by the help of his training staff. 7:13 left to play with a 2nd and 4 for the Bobcats. Another handoff there to Shannon Woodard as he falls and has a wide open lane there to the end zone. But a couple of penalty markers enter the field of play. We'll see if it's a holding there on the offense. as we have two penalties there on the field, a holding and a block in the back, both on the Edinburg High School Bobcats. Seven minutes is what's left on the clock, and that will set the Bobcats way back to their own 40, to the PSJA Bears 47-yard line. With a second and long. Another handoff right there to Shannon Woodard as he finds a hole this time. One defender to make miss, and he stumbles there on his own 2 feet. Brought back close to the original line of scrimmage, bringing up a 3rd and 12. Third and 12 as the clock continues to drop. Shannon Woodard with another handoff and a tackle right there behind the line of scrimmage once again is number 4, Isaac Espino. And a timeout will be called by the PSJA Bears, and we'll be back right after the timeout with a 4th and 14 for the Bobcats.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats. Laguna Madre Baits, 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games. And
4th and 14, the Bobcats offense will stay onto the field with 6:04 left to play in the 4th quarter. And a play action fake as Abrego finds his man deep, and that pass falls incomplete. Falling short, intended receiver right there is number 2, his running back, Abraham Gonzalez. Excuse me, that's number 21, Justin Gonzalez. Bringing up a 1st and 10 for the PSJ Bears at their own 32-yard line with 6:02 left to play in the 4th quarter. Still down by 2 touchdowns, and a flag will come in late on the play. That'll be an offsides there on the Bobcats, sending them back 5 more yards and pushing the PSJ Bears up 5 yards. With a 1st and 5 for the Bears. Lopez rolling out to his right-hand side, launching it deep for Vigo Lopez, and that pass falls incomplete as well. Ben Gonzalez and Andre Vargas there on the defensive coverage. Second and 5 now for the Bears, as Lopez looks to his left-hand side and brought down quickly from the back by number 81, Juan Garza, as Lopez didn't get to feel his presence anywhere and gets snuck up from behind. Lopez dropping back to pass again, and that pass just goes nowhere as he couldn't find a man. The pressure was coming deep. That was number 34 on the pressure, Jonathan Maldonado. Bringing up now with a 4th and 11 for the Bears. Fourth and 11, Lopez dropping back to pass. Pressure coming. Finds his receiver open, enough for a first down. Making something happen. That's Vigo Lopez, who came down with the reception there. We take a look at that replay on the right side of your screen. That's Vigo Lopez coming down with the reception. Now we got Jaime Lopez dropping back to pass, rolling out to his right-hand side. Pass intended for Vigo Lopez once again. If the cornerback from the Bobcats would have just turned around, it would have been an interception. But that pass falls incomplete with 4:54 left to play, bringing up a 2nd and 10. Another screen play right there for Vigo Lopez as he's not able to stay on his feet. Looking like that would have been going for a big gain if he was able to keep his balance. That's not the case. Bringing up a 2nd and 6, for the Bears. Empty set once again for Jaime Lopez. And then it catches that ball right there is Andrew Castillo, but going the wrong way. He's going backwards, pushing him back 3 yards, bringing up a 4th and 9 as the PSJA Bears find themselves in a 4th down situation once again on this drive. Empty set. Lopez rolling out to his right-hand side, being chased down by a Bobcat. That's number 81 on the pressure, Juan Garza once again. And that pass falls incomplete. And the Bobcats will take over 1st and 10 at the PSJA Bears 44-yard line. With 3:46 left to play in the 4th quarter. Abrego handing off to Shannon Woodard as he's quickly stopped there at the line of scrimmage by the Bears defensive line. Another handoff right there to Shannon Woodard as it looks like the Bobcats will just be trying their best to run the clock out here as the Bears are left with 0 timeouts. Under 2:45 left to play. The Bobcats look like they will be coming out of here victorious if they're able to convert here on a 3rd and 8. Another handoff right there to Shannon Woodard as he's able to break loose. It looks like he will be going the distance, brought down there by the safety number 8, Vigo Lopez. And that'll be another long run for Shannon Woodard. And the clock stops because the chains were being moved. As the clock resumes, under 2 minutes left to play, the Edinburg High Bobcats will be coming out of here with a victory, improving to 4-2 on the season. And 4-1 in district play. Another handoff right there to Shannon Woodard, brought down by number 51, Moses Pedraza, number 74, Aaron Noriega. As the Bobcats are just there, letting the play clock drip down to 1. A QB kneel is taken by Rolando Abrego. 55 seconds left to play. One more QB kneel, and that will seal the deal here. And the Bobcats will come out of here victorious, 35-21 over the PSJA Bears. As the Edinburg High Bobcats, with this win, helps them advance to the state playoffs. The PSJ Bears will not and will be turning in equipment next week, as this was their final game of the season. Thank you for tuning in and watching the live stream. I'm Brandon Guzman with Real Sports Live. Bobcats over the Bears 30.